East Texas has produced its fair share of country stars, Miranda Lambert, Casey Musgraves, and even fellow Jacksonville native Leanne Womack. But first, there was Neal McCoy, and he's just as down-to-earth, patriotic, and talented as you may imagine he is. When he's not entertaining at shows across the country,
hey,
this is likely where you'll find Neal McCoy.
And this is our bull, Glory.
At his Old Glory Horse and Cattle Ranch. Sounds about as country as you can get. But that's not initially where McCoy saw himself.
I had aspirations to be a professional singer. I would watch American Bandstand just about every Saturday. I was hitting pitch. My brother sings, my sister sings, and we all sat around and sang, and it always sounded good to me. But when I'd watch Michael Jackson for the first time with the Jackson 5, the ABC is 1, 2, 3. I was watching that, and he was dancing around, and I thought, that's what I'll do.
So McCoy sang his way into the West Side Elementary School choir and kept the same tune into Jacksonville junior and high schools. And he's been hitting the right notes ever since graduating high school in 1976. But that doesn't mean the path to stardom happened overnight.
Yes, I was ready to get out of there and go rule the world. But how would anybody discover me? Who's going to come through Jacksonville, Texas looking for a singer?
At the time, McCoy wasn't singing or even listening to country music.
I was an easy listening guy. I liked Barry Manilow. I loved the Carpenters. I loved stuff that people had to really have good voices.
Then, in 1981, a country music contest in Dallas changed McCoy's direction.
I didn't know much country music at all. They said, what song are you going to sing? And I thought, I was thinking, man, I hope Danny Boy's considered country. So I said, Danny Boy? And they looked at it and they said, someone's already singing it. I said, someone's already singing it? How can they sing it? It's not country. That's what I wanted to say. I thought, okay, I'll do it. Love Ronnie Millsap. I just heard once in every life. So almost like a song. And I knew it hit a bottom end and a real big top end. So I said, I'll show out. And that's what I sang, and ended up winning that night.
That's where he met Charlie Pride, who signed him to his management and booking agency.
He worked for years trying to get somebody to sign me to a major record deal, and just couldn't get it done. And finally, in about 1988, I'd been working with Charlie for 4 or 5 years. And Charlie said, son, you're going to have to get out from under me.
After working bars, just trying to get someone to notice his talent, McCoy was signed by Atlantic Records' Nashville division.
I almost tear up when I talk about any of these life-changing moments. Even though it's so small, it was a big deal. I mean, a guy with a major record label wants to work with me, and I just thought, oh my gosh. Because at the time, I was already 32. You know, I thought, well, I'm way past my prime. What good is a man? He hasn't got a dream.
McCoy's dreams finally came true with his first big #1 hits in 1994, No Doubt About It and Wink. You'd think he'd leave it all behind for Nashville, but not McCoy.
We just made a conscious effort and said, you know, we're going to raise our family here. And one of the best decisions we ever made, and my wife gets 99% of the credit. It has turned out fantastic because we still got the same wife for 43 and a half years. We got 2 kids, grandkids. We live comfortably, and I still get to sing for a living and entertain.
He cherishes his time entertaining our troops during his 17 USO tours.
That hits me deep because I love our military and I love what they stand for. That's my favorite stuff when I get a chance to do that.
And it's not just giving back to our troops, but people here at home.
So I thought we'll put money into a fund to where it'll be there when they need it. And so we can give it to them. Somebody, you know, finds out about their child being sick, then we can help them then, not 6 or 7, 8 months down the road. They need help now.
McCoy's East Texas Angel Network has raised over $12 million to help East Texas children who are fighting with a terminal or life-threatening disease.
It has been hugely successful because of East Texas, where we live. They have great hearts, and we get help from other people across the country that are just Neal McCoy fans that say, if Neal believes in this, I believe in it.
Speaking of fans across the country,
I pledge allegiance to the flag.
They've been joining him live on Facebook for more than 8 years to say the pledge and sending him Old Glory mementos.
I have a lot of them that will come up and say, it makes my day to be able to say the Pledge of Allegiance with you, knowing that other people are out there other patriots that feel the same way I do. And I joke about it, so when people see me, they go, Neal, you look a little tired. I said, you know why? I haven't slept in 8 years.
But no matter how tired he is, McCoy always has time for his fans.
I get to bring joy to people every day. Almost every time I stop somewhere, somebody wants to say hello or take a picture.
He considers that a privilege. And all these years later, he just wants fans to walk away from a Neal McCoy concert feeling like they've had the time of their life.
I try to compare my show to a great movie. In the great movies, you'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll think. They twist all your emotions, and I think that's what I try to do in a show.
At 66,
I feel as good as I've ever felt.
he just wants to continue making sweet music for as long as he can.
I'd always wanted to show people that I could really sing. Songs from the Great American Songbook, standards. That is where my passion has always been.
So he finally made a Great American Songbook album in LA several years ago, titled You Don't Know Me.
You think you know me well, but you don't know me.
What we do know, and there's no doubt about it, Neal McCoy is a CBS19 original.
We were meant to be together, no doubt about it.
And I have to tell you, I've seen Neal in concert recently. He is the ultimate entertainer. But you may not know this. He doesn't use a set list. It's all off the cuff. You may also be surprised to learn he has his own coffee, appropriately named Old Glory Horse and Cattle Ranch Coffee, with a medium roast, The Pledge, which he's become so famous for on Facebook. Back to you.